So at Soulprint Journeys, we celebrate what is uniquely you. There has never been a person exactly like you, with your talents, the things that you find passion in, your experiences, the things that have led you up to who you are today, have never been in that combination before and never will again. And I think that a lot of times we can be so inundated with what our culture says we should do, what our friends or our family who we know have our best interest in mind, but they are not the best authority to know what is your good. I was reading my favorite book this morning, This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. And he says, you exist that divine feeling, fire, imagination, and creativity may be expressed through you. Like we are here on this planet, in this body, to express the divine in a physical form, that imagination, that fire, that creativity can only be expressed in the physical form through us. He goes on to say, the Spirit comes to you with a new and fresh creativity. You need not ask what others have done or how they have done it. Be yourself. Express life as you find it. Never imitate. Trust the self. Find the self in God and God in the self. So we are here with this uniqueness because we are the only person who can bring it, our calling, the way that we can bring it. So, I talk a lot about having a vision, finding something that fills you with joy and excitement and enthusiasm, and taking those steps towards it. And it's only you that can know if that's the right path. I was talking to a friend earlier about when I was young and I was offered this job, and it seemed like the perfect next step. And my first thought when that job was offered to me was, my dad will be so proud. And I realized that I was seeking this job not because it was my calling, but because I wanted to make my dad proud. And sometimes, making our parents proud gives us a feeling of yes. And, the calling isn't only because our parents would love it. It's because we love it. But, check yourself. Are you following this path because you really feel that calling? You really feel deep inside you that this is your next move. There's an excitement, enthusiasm, that creative. When you get in that creative space in any, medium, whatever area you work in, but we've all had that where there's this kind of enthusiasm and passion and you lose track of time because you're in that creative flow. That's what we're looking for. And that's, you're going to get a completely unique voice and image and idea from anyone else. And it's as we pay attention to those insights, we listen to that voice that says, you should go for a walk today in this park. And if you listen, then you run into somebody who happens to have exactly what you had just been praying about, and you connect. I've had recently so many times where I'm like, oh, I really need this. I shared how I wanted to expand my connection with women, and I live way out in the country and far away from a lot of people. And so I thought, well, gosh, now that I live here, and it takes so long for people to get here, no one's going to come visit me, and I can't nurture those friendships. And then immediately, I now have 4 women who I really admire and enjoy their company who live right on this road that I live on. So we get that insight. We get that download into us or upload, whatever. that insight from God that comes from within us, that this is something that I could do, that fills you with enthusiasm. And we begin to take steps towards it. And it's also that faith, having the faith that is a divine guidance, that is a divine insight. And when we have that divine insight, we reach for the dream and the dream reaches for us. It's like lightning. We're the earth and we're reaching towards the sky, and the divine is reaching down to meet us with that dream. We feel the pull of that dream into the future, and it's reaching right back to us. We're receiving energy immediately, and it makes it so much easier for us to move forward on that path. And Ernest Holmes, in the same book, talks about he uses the term enthusiastic expectation. So we have this vision, and we get this insight of what we are to do and how it's unique to us. My history, I have minor in botany, and so I have a lot of plant things coming into my life. What is it for you? Maybe you really like working on cars, or you have beautiful calligraphy. There's something that's unique about you, and your expression in the world is calling you. And as we listen to that, and as we take action towards it, we can have this enthusiastic expectation, which is faith. It's the faith that the divine will provide us with whatever we're asking for. And we can just have this. We're taking action. I'm not saying you're sitting back and going, oh, this is what I want, and ignoring actually doing anything. But once we take those steps that we can see to take, we can, anxiously await this enthusiasm, knowing that it's coming to us, knowing that we are making our own soul print on the earth. So this week, I really invite you to kind of see how your uniqueness can only be expressed, and to resist the falling into the mindlessness of society's expectation, and not asking for that, what is coming out of me. Not to just live your life without that connection, without, only in the physical world doing things that don't really bring you joy. I invite you to get in touch with that passion. Take some steps towards that goal. Figure out what it is that you would love, and see what you can do, and how you uniquely can make your print on the earth. You're here because for a purpose. So I invite you to live into that, to live into your soul print and make your uniqueness expressed in the earth. Blessings.